Boy, if you live in Florida, you just have to keep those sandbags and a pile of sand on standby.
That Big Bend area of Florida, they've been hit by multiple storms over the last couple of years, and this is going to be moving very, very fast. That's why they're getting the word out as quickly as they can, because again, this thing is still a tropical storm. By this time tomorrow, it's going to be a major hurricane, though. This is a look at Tropical Storm Helene, and it is getting a really, really impressive look on satellite. Now, it missed the Yucatan Peninsula, turned north just before it hit Cancun, so the eye itself never made it over land. That means that some of those forecast models that had this as a little bit weaker as it entered the Gulf of Mexico, not going to verify. It's only a couple miles per hour away from a hurricane. The next advisory comes out at 11 o'clock, and it's likely going to be a Category 1 hurricane by then, strengthening as it moves through the Gulf of Mexico very quickly. It's going to make landfall tomorrow evening. That is how fast this thing is going to move. It will be weakening as it moves inland, but still, because it's moving so fast and the winds are going to be so strong, it could still be a Category 1 hurricane once it works as far north as middle Georgia. That is how quickly this thing is going to be traveling, and then it stalls out, hits the brakes once it gets a little closer to our area. Notice how the forecast cone is not including Lexington anymore. It's shifted a little bit further south and westward. That will dictate our conditions likely on Friday, but we are still going to be dealing with some impacts. Cold front is stalled out right over top of the area right now. You can start to see that moisture kind of riding right against the front. You have the mountains there, obviously, but you also have this cold front, and that's going to lead to some very extreme rainfall amounts, especially on the east side of the mountains into western North Carolina, northern Georgia, western South Carolina. Here locally, we're watching, particularly into eastern Kentucky, that's going to stay to the east side of this front for that moisture to fuel some showers and thunderstorms. Not as much activity today and tomorrow for areas north and west of Lexington as we've been talking about. One area we're watching would be Jessamine County, getting ready to move through the southeast side of Lexington. A quick moving downpour there. Also far northwestern Madison County, northeastern Garrett County, seeing some rain at the moment. And then eastern Kentucky, Jenkins eastward, seeing some storms. Actually, an impressive storm moving through Pike County right now. Futurecast, though, keeping a lot of this rain towards the south and the east today. Notice how we're not seeing quite as much in Lexington. I don't think we hit 80 degrees. The cloud cover is really going to limit our temperatures, but mid-70s, I think, for most of central Kentucky, with a little bit of a better chance of seeing some rain later tonight and into your evening hours. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be watching eastern Kentucky for what could be the start of some heavy rain there. Future rainfall totals over the next 24 hours. Most of the rain today and into tonight stays out east. Lesser amounts from Lexington north and westward. But I want to show you this. This is the regional look for Thursday. Watch as this band of rain that's kind of sitting over the mountains is going to get very close to far southeastern Kentucky. We'll be watching that because it's not really going to move much. Notice how it extends from there's Helene right there all the way to the north to right at the Tennessee-Kentucky line. That's going to be some heavy, heavy rainfall there. As this works inland, it's going to be weakening, likely a tropical depression by the time it reaches our area. But here comes our shield of rain, likely some gusty winds on Friday as well. Then this thing stalls out to our west, and it's going to slowly move back eastward, throwing some more moisture around, again, keeping this cloud cover around through the weekend. The rainfall forecast, you may not see this again for a long, long time. Atlanta up to western North Carolina, that's 8 to 12 inches worth of rain for those areas. That is not going to be some good news for those mountains near Asheville, North Carolina. Here locally, we're in that 2 to 4 inch range with some heavier amounts possible the further south and east that you go. We mentioned the wind gust, also going to be a thing for us. You're going to notice that starting Friday morning, lasting into Friday afternoon. 40, 45, maybe even as high as 50 mile per hour gusts possible across the region as that center works towards the west. So that with the rain for Friday morning going to make that difficult, that morning commute pretty difficult out there across the region. Heavy rain to the south and the east. We're watching that chance on Thursday. Not likely seeing that here in Lexington, though we will see some lighter rain showers. Then Friday's really the day we're watching gusty winds, heavy rain in the morning, lingering showers and cloud cover Saturday, Sunday, and into early next week.